Tragedy, yes, indeed, tragedy. Tragedy looms, and I don't even know how to start it. I do not know how to start it. According to a popular literary writer, yeah, a sonnet writer, he made us understand the the uniqueness and the, what would I say, the nothingness of man. Yeah, the nothingness of man. And according to John Donne made us understand that in his sonnet, he made us understand something. He said, "Death, be not proud. Though some have called you mighty and dreadful, for thou art not so. For those whom you think thou dost overthrow, die not. Poor death, nor yet canst thou kill me. Die not, poor death, nor yet can that kill me." And he was trying to talk about the triviality of death, that death is not something we should be scared of. And he said, "From rest and sleep, which but thy pictures be." Because when you die, or when one die, it's just as if you're peaceful. The look there, it's so peaceful, it's so calm. And he said, "Much pleasure from thee, much more must flow. And soonest our best men with thee they go. Rest of their bones and their souls' delivery. Thou art slave to fate, chance, kings, and the desperate men. And thus with poison, war, and sickness dwell. And poppy or charms can make us sleep as well. And better than thy stroke, why swallowest thou dead? One short sleep past, we wake eternally, and death shall be no more. Death, thou shalt die." That is John Donne's view about death. John Donne sees death as so trivial, and if you try to understand how people die, they die so peaceful. They forget about everything about the word, they forget about the pain, everything is being erased. And that has to show you that death too is a slave to fate, because it's something that must come. So it's like a slave. And John Donne makes us to see the trivialities of death. That death is not something we should be scared of. And that brings us to the topic for today. Yes, the topic for today about the casualties and about the tragedy that befell Nigeria, that befell the Nollywood industry. It's so tragic. It's so tragic. The death of John Junior Pope. And it's something that I've tried to understand, I've tried to go through and make researches about, and I've brought several expositions that I would bring to this video. All you just have to do is stay tuned, and I have a guest in the studio that would help me try to elaborate the issues that surrounded the passing of Junior Pope. Just stay tuned and don't leave the channel. If this is the first time, help me like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on news, information, expositions about Nigeria, about celebrity, about the entertainment industry. Yeah, I have a guest in studio today for us to expose and for us to say several things concerning the death and the passing of Junior Pope. Well, welcome to the studio. Yeah, welcome to the studio. I have a few questions for you and for us to discuss about the calamity that has faced the Nollywood industry. Well, did you know Junior Pope from now? Like before this whole incident, did you know Junior Pope?
Yes, I know him.
Okay, what do you know, or what do you actually know about him?
From the movie, when we were growing up as a kid, we get to watch his movies till up to date. We get to still watch his movie. Very talented man, like a young boy in the industry. So that's all I know about him.
Okay,
Thank
yeah, Junior Pope is quite talented. Yeah, he's a Nollywood star. People loved him so much.
you.
I
Yes.
remember there was one movie I watched of him that I actually piqued interest in was Professor. I don't know if you saw that movie. It was produced by Glow. Professor, where the cast were Kanayo, Flash, Junior Pope. What's this girl's name? This Adam Bano,
No, I
and
don't.
the
I
rest.
think.
It was it was an educating program. They do it. It's like an episode, a series every day. I think 7 p.m. every day.
Oh, okay. I think. Yeah, I think I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was where I pictured that movie or that episode or series pictured my interest in Junior
About
Pope.
yeah.
So when I heard the whole news of his passing and everything, I was like, I paused I paused a little bit. I was like, is this true?
Like,
Or if it's something people are trying to cook up. And I went to social media, all the social media platforms to find out if truly this was the truth. So when I heard the news, I had to go all social media pages to find out if truly this was true. So when I went there, I saw people posting, reposting, reposting. Ah, I was surprised. Initially, I saw it on WhatsApp. Then I went on Instagram, I went on X. I went on different platforms to be sure this was the truth, and truly it was. So how did you feel about his passing?
may he so rest in peace.
Yeah, may he so rest in peace.
When I saw that news yesterday, I was not myself. Like, I saw it on my WhatsApp, then I have to go to Instagram to go and check whether it's true. So when I got to Instagram, I saw some pages that I saw some videos. Like, I was like, God, let this not be true, because this man we are talking about, he's too young to die. Like, we all know what he do. Like, he's too young to die. So when I saw that videos, like, I was out. I freaked out. I was just praying, begging God, like, let this not be true. Like, I was just praying. I don't even know how to feel. I feel so bad. Both the family, the loved ones, like, Jesus. I was freaking out. Me, I was freaking out. I was
Initially, the whole story was something else.
like,
It happened like a dream, actually. It happened like a dream.
I go to his page. I saw where he made a video, or inside the same boat. He was like, I was
Yes,
like,
yes, yes, yes.
is this not the same person that made this video? How?
Few
Maybe
hours
this,
ago.
yes. I said, maybe this is a prank or something, or maybe it's part of the movie that they are acting. Do you get? So I was saying, this is not true. I didn't believe it. Like, I didn't believe it. Ha.
Well, this whole passing of Junior Pope has been so much. People were like, okay, he jacked back to life. People wanted to believe he's still
Yes,
alive.
yes.
Yeah, in as much as I felt so heartbroken, I cried. I literally cried because I never imagined that there'll be a time
It
that
was just
Junior
out
Pope,
of the
like it was
moon.
out of it. It was out of it. And initially in the video that he posted prior to his demise, he said that he was the only
An
child of
only
his
child,
parents,
yes.
and that he has three sons,
Three
and
sons.
he will be alive to take care of the three
Yes.
sons, and everything was just so happening. Like
Like,
it's that there is an irony of life that happened. Like the irony of life that happened or that surrounded his demise is something I'm trying to understand. Because initially he went to shoot a movie across the
across the
river,
river.
and the movie was titled the Another Side of the Life, or Another Side of Life. And now this is an irony of another side of life. Another side of
Yes.
life is like crossing the gate
Crossing, yeah.
beyond. So it's like ironical that he was acting something that he is living up to, and he was saying things as if it was a prophecy. He was saying things as if he knew
He
what was
knew.
actually going to happen to him. He was saying that this boat should not, that he's hearing croak, 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 like he's hearing some
And there was
squeaky
a time,
sound,
yes.
so squeaky sound in the boat, and he was like, "That hope this boat will not capsize." No, the boat,
The
the
captain.
captain was like, "Yeah, that the boat will not capsize. Everything is fine." He was actually seeing these things. He was seeing them. He was actually seeing them. And now this brings us to another question that I have to ask. And this question is for us to explain, or for you to explain possible factors that were undermined which led to his passing. Because there were several glaring factors that were undermined that had it been they had proper checks, or had it been they put those things into consideration, all these things would have been averted. There would have been no casualty, or there would have been little or no casualty as well. So just try to explain or to give us possible factors that were undermined that led to his passing.
When, on a little sense or a common sense, I'll put it like that. When someone wants to go to the river or do anything in the river,
Okay.
you are supposed to use life jacket.
Okay.
That is the main reason for that. You're not supposed to go there and even if you know how to swim very well, with this we are talking about river. You can't tell what will happen.
Yeah.
So I think, assuming that they are with life jackets, this thing wouldn't have gotten to this side, this place that we are. We have not gotten to this point. Do you get?
Okay.
Assuming he was with life jackets, I think that man would have been alive today.
Okay.
So I think anytime that you want to go to river or something and you don't know how to swim, even if you know how to swim very well, even if is in swimming pool or something and you don't know how to swim, please use life jackets to cut off all these unnecessary this thing. You should use life jacket. I think life jacket is okay. Then the people that the captains in that boat should take it easy. This life is once. When someone died, the person is dead. He's not coming back alive. So we should take life easy. Then we use necessary things that we are supposed to use. Don't joke with your life. Don't say use life jacket when you're in river. I guess the producer of the film should have made necessary reservation for life jacket before going into the river. I think that would have been a safer side.
Okay, yeah. You're right, you're right. But then I think there's something that we need to understand here. Okay, I'm going from the psychological part or psychological point of view. There's someone called Sigmund Freud. Yeah, Sigmund Freud made us understand our instincts. Yes, Sigmund Freud through the analysis made us understand that humans have three instincts.
Yes.
The ego, the super ego, the id, the ego, and the super ego.
Yeah.
Yes. And these three things help us to control how we live and how we relate to the society. And when I'm talking about instincts, I'm trying to relate it to his instincts were actually telling
Him, yes.
that there was a calamity in front that
yes.
would have easily averted. In as much as we are humans, we don't try to understand our instincts.
Yes.
So I think the instinct too had a role to play.
Yeah, I think we should all listen to our instincts
Yes.
anytime.
Your instincts have, like, there's something they call the spirit of discernment.
Yes.
The spirit of discernment is a spirit that God or the Holy Spirit embedded in us, and we could understand and discern from good and what is good and what is bad.
Yes.
And that spirit makes us understand that something like way a time you want to go out.
Yeah.
And you're like, my mind is not telling me to go out.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not feeling like
Yes,
go out. Of
yes.
course, you might be properly dressed.
Yes.
You might be ready to step out. But something like my mind is not telling me. I'm not feeling.
You are
the
not
vibe.
comfortable.
You're not
Yes.
comfortable.
Yes.
You don't need to. You don't need to.
You don't need to force yourself.
You don't need to at all. And he was saying those things as if he was a prophet.
Yeah.
He was prophesying the future. He saw it. And funny enough, there's one irony about this movie or this film they went to shoot, Another Side of Life. Or that was, I think that's the title. So I think this another side of or another life. It's ironical. When I mean it's ironical, is because yeah, this person, when you're talking about this, you're talking about a person, you're talking about a passage from another phase to another phase. And being titled, the film being titled Another Side of Life, is like a passage, a passing from this part of life to another part. And now he has literally lived that person. He has gone to another side of life. And this is so ironical. Like the whole story and everything that surrounds his passing is really, really a shocker. It's really, really indeed a shocker. People are trying to cope. People are trying to understand what actually happened. Is this true? Like, is Junior Pope not alive? They want to get this information. And now it brings us to another question. Another question now that is actually the main point now. Like this question now is what people are being faced or what the family is being faced with as we speak. And the question is, why do you think they should bury Junior Pope by the river? And what do you think are the consequences if this thing or this ritual is not being performed? Because people have been saying and chanting that he should be buried by the river because because the river took him or took his life. So he should be buried by the river. And now, based on Christianity, the Nigerian society, we were once traditional believers until Christianity came in. And we cannot say undermine the power of tradition.
Yes.
Tradition is very strong.
Very strong.
It has a very strong thing that if you do it or if you do against it, there are consequences. And repercussion is not something you could even toil with. So now we are trying to understand or want to know your view on why do you think we should bury him by the river, and what do you think are the consequences if he's not being buried by the river?
I think like he died inside the river. I think there is this tradition that they used to do that time. I was still small, I used to hear my daddy said, once somebody died beside the river, that they will bury the person beside the river, so that that river or water will not come for them. You
Okay.
know, water, we see it as is nobody's enemy
Okay.
till
Yeah, there's a song where I said, "Water look at enemy." Yeah.
yes. So I think if they did not bury him beside the river, water is going to come for the whole family.
Oh, that's the consequence.
Yes. Water, if a little thing, like the little bit of water can, even if it's just small swimming pool or something or rain, somebody from his lineage might just go out when it's raining and just sleep and die
Are you serious?
because they did not bury him there. So I think they should just bury him there to uh, to remove anything that will bring water to kill anybody that is from his lineage, and even people from that village,
Okay, the community.
the community, yeah, they are in trouble too, because water will be coming to it will be taking people.
Oh, this is serious.
So if they did not bury him beside that water, water is going to come for everybody, both the people in the community and his family.
This is so tragic. It's indeed tragic because this same person did a housewarming in January. Yes, he opened his house in January, and he has a very beautiful house. So after toiling day and night trying to make ends meet, and now this person has finally built himself a comfortable home, and now you want to tell me that he will leave that home, he won't be buried, or he won't be rest, or his spirit will not rest in that home, and will take the spirit down to the
There
water.
is this meme I saw one day. I was just scrolling to my WhatsApp and I saw this meme. We live this life, we struggle this life to die anytime. To die and like we to die under a second. Like we grew from infant, from baby to adult, we struggle every day to die under a second. Like I saw that when I saw that post, I paused. The thing touched my mind. Like I literally freaked out. I was like, Jesus, this is just true. And this is what just happened. Nobody dies 2 days. It doesn't take 2 days to die. It takes a second to die.
And that's so tragic. And that brings us to our final question. A final question. Because if you try to understand the whole thing that led to his passing, you understand that he actually passed trying to bring food to the table of his family, because he's a father and he's a husband as well. He was trying to make ends meet, was trying to struggle, was trying to hustle like the normal Nigerian normal human.
Normal
He
human.
he never tried to sit and cross his legs for them to feed him.
Yeah.
He was actually trying to struggle.
Yes.
So now, what do you think is a good advice you give to people hustling, people trying to make ends meet, people trying to put food on their table? Because this is what led to his passing.
Yeah.
But now, most people might just feel so perturbed. Most people might just feel so nonchalant, trying to forge ahead. But they feel there's nothing. That life is nothing. The meaninglessness of life.
I think if you sit back down, you are going to beg. And
Yeah.
Igbos, we are not they don't know us like that. We the Igbos,
Okay.
they don't know us like that.
Okay.
Even with all the circumstances, we are still going to try.
Okay.
It's God that has the life. It's God that gives life. So, and I still urge people, even when you are trying, when you want to try harder, please take your life very serious.
Okay.
Anything that you know that is going to take your life, or any risk that you are taking in this life, I don't know how to put it, but just be careful. Even inside that risk that you are taking, be careful. People that die while trying to, now he's dead, now he's trying to make a living from there he didn't make it out.
Okay.
His life is not coming back.
At all.
Movie industry is going to go
Yes,
on.
they're
Let's
going to
just be
definitely
honest.
move on.
Movie industry is going to move on. And I just say that anybody that is hustling, the hustlers out there, we are trying our best, but please don't put your life in it.
Okay. So now your advice is if you're going to hustle, if you're trying to make ends meet, you want us to take precautionary measures.
Yes.
Yes, because life has no duplicate as
Listen to
well.
your instinct anytime it talks to you.
Exactly. That instinct is very, very good. And several messages too have been going through social media. They've been trying to pass several messages, several prophecies, several things people said prior to his passing. And now we are not trying
And excuse
to.
me, there is something I want to say regarding that several messages, the messages across the internet about him when he was alive.
Okay.
I think that when somebody give you a message concerning your life,
Okay.
even that the person is not close to you, just be very careful with your life.
Yeah,
Don't
very,
play with
very.
it, or don't just say it's normal thing that people say they want money or something. Nobody wants your money. Just take that message
And
very
you
very.
wouldn't blame these people. There are several people out there who are opportunists. They try to hold on your flaw or your shortcoming or the little opportunity they get or they
Is
feel
true,
they'll just
yes.
ride on that and they'll try to extort money from
Money
you.
from
So
you,
this is
yes.
why people are so unshaken
On
or
talent,
unbent or nonchalant
yes.
when it comes to prophecies. But that does not still dilute the fact that there are still good ones out there, and there are still good ones that would come out and prophesy things, and those things will actually come to pass. And they are
Yes.
not after your gold or your silver; they're just after sharing this prophecy to you, so you take precautionary measures, and that's simple. Well, this passing of Junior Pope is tragic. It's not something that you can dilute. You cannot dilute the fact that people are paying, Nigerians are paying, the Nollywood industry, they're still paying as well because this passing was something that would have been averted. The casualties wouldn't have gotten to this point.
Yes.
But then we cannot question God. We actually cannot question God. The ones alive, those alive, will have to forge ahead. And we pray for God to give the family and the relative the fortitude to bear the loss. It is indeed a very great and a very big loss. So we should just pray and we pray to God for God to bless his soul and accept his soul for eternal rest. Well, I don't know your reactions, I don't know your comments, I don't know your view about this passing of Junior Pope. Feel free to drop your comments, your reactions. How do you feel? What are possible things that you know or that you feel want to avert his passing? Feel free to drop in the comment section. We'll attend to them one after the other. Well, just help me if you're just visiting this channel, help me hit on the notification bell so whenever any news, information, expositions come out, you'll be amongst the first to get it. Just help me hit on the notification bell and the subscribe button, and always be prompt whenever this reporter drops a video. Thank you and see you next time. Love you. Bye.
Bye.